What's up, Slam Dancers? Welcome to a new segment Slam Dance is bringing, a little bit of a talk show we are bringing to you, and we're here to discuss a little bit of the Final Vans Warped Tour, because, this year is the final year for it, and me and my little brother are just such huge fans of it. It was just an awesome music exposure festival for anyone in the underground music scene, really. What are your final thoughts on the Final Vans Warped Tour?
Could have lasted at least one more year. Just had to cut it off the year before, I graduate, so I have to just deal with school and all that, but I guess it's summer still, so.
Yeah, it's understandable, man. Well, we're also going to be bringing music news to you as well, so we'll be intertwining all sorts of stuff into this rock segment show and bringing you awesome throwback videos. And I know you guys love the throwback videos if you follow Slam Dance on the Facebook channel, Facebook page, and I know you guys love seeing those throwback videos. And we're going to bring you some rock news. So, further in rock news, last week, Kohler and Chelsea Grin decided to part ways. Chelsea Grin is actually on the Final Vans Warped Tour and has been part of the Vans Warped Tour actually since the year 2011, I believe. 2011 or 2012. So I'm going to read a little bit of a Metal Insider article for you about Kohler's departure from Chelsea Grin. Chelsea Grin have essentially wrapped up their new album, Eternal Nightmare, which is expected to arrive sometime this summer under Via Rise Records. Today, April 27th, the group unleashed the new single and video for the song Dead Rose, which you can find a link to in the description below. After listening to this tune, you will notice that Kohler's absence. Earlier this month, when Kohler updated us on declining his health, as the band have seemed to move by, replacing him with Lorna Shore vocalist Tom Barber. Kohler made an Instagram statement stating that Kohler is dead, he is now Grudges, which you can check out a little sample of his new Grudges single. I know, it's getting pretty intense. At least he's still working on his vocals, and you can see a little bit of vocal change. But for our first throwback video, I am going to show you Chelsea Grin, Recreant at Vans Warped Tour 2012, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, filmed by heavy metal vocalist who you see on Facebook all the time, Jim Madry.
Fucking over. Hell yeah.
Alright, Slam Dancers, that was Chelsea Grin performing Recreant on Vans Warped Tour 2012. Alright, going back to the topic of the Vans final Warped Tour cross-country run, let's talk about our favorite bands we're looking forward to seeing. Me personally, of course, I'm going to throw Motionless In White on the top of my list. A band that I have actually seen 18 times and have seen multiple times on the Vans Warped Tour. And I'm so glad that they are going to be on the final Vans Warped Tour performing, as they are one of the biggest bands in this particular scene, perhaps I should say.
I mean, I'm actually really excited for pretty much every band on the bill this year. Can't lie about that, every band's pretty much on tour. Taking Back Sunday. But the thing about that is they're playing one show, that's all the way. Ventura, California. That's cool, you guys are going on tour though with Coheed and all, but the thing about that is I also love Coheed and you're coming nowhere near St. Louis, so that's pretty upsetting right there. That's a heartbreaker. I guess they're going to Chicago, but that's still a pretty good distance. Another band I'm excited to see, State Champs, because they were this small band, and then a couple years later, everyone's going to them. I want to see what they do on the final run of Warped Tour, because that's the final run. That's going to be the most interesting one, because it's final. Story So Far is also on that Taking Back Sunday and Coheed and Cambria tour. And the thing about that is, around the same time I started listening to State Champs, I was also listening to The Story So Far, and they were just like, they just made me feel like I needed to go out, skate, get wind on my face. It was just one of the best feelings, listening to them, skating, wind. Such an amazing feeling. Something.
Can't disagree with that, man.
Okay, and then another band I'm excited to see is 4 Year Strong. Because I remember the last time they played Warped Tour, I saw them, and I puked. I puked because it was so hot, and like their crowd is so energetic. They're literally A Day to Remember 2.0. You can argue with me all you want. My mind's not going to change. Give me a couple dollars. It's still not going to change. You can give me a couple dollars anyways, because I like money. But, and the thing about A Day to Remember is the whole reason I love Warped Tour. Because the 2009 compilation starts off with No Effects. Love them. Then it's Flogging Molly. They're pretty chill. I don't really know them personally, but they sound cool and all. Bad Religion, energetic, and I love energetic music. Under Oath, always loved that. Like, it just feels so homesick. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. Okay. And A Day to Remember. That's what caught me. I was like, this is a really cool album. And then A Day to Remember, I'm Made of Wax, Larry. What Are You Made Of? Came on, and I was like, these breakdowns and all of that, I'm like, it's everything in one. It's perfect. It's just the perfect song. You know?
And A Day to Remember is probably another one of the biggest bands in the scene. Like, literally has just taken off and it's just at the top in metalcore because they got such a variety of sound. Which is bringing us to our next video we're about to show you. We're about to show you a Day to Remember performing I'm Made of Wax Larry, What Are You Made Of? on Vans Warped Tour 2009 featuring Hranica of The Devil Wears Prada. Alright, Slam Dancers, that was a Day to Remember performing I'm Made of Wax Larry on Vans Warped Tour 2009 with Hranica. Video brought to you by Hello Alicia. But that's bringing us to our next subject of the final Vans Warped Tour. Bands I am excited to see. Well, obviously Chelsea Grin. Chelsea Grin has always been one of my favorite, and
I don't
we
know
just
how I
talked about
still
them.
have yet to see Chelsea.
You have yet to see Chelsea Grin?
Out of all the chances I've had, still have yet to see them.
Chelsea Grin is the reason I even became a vegetarian a few years ago. I was at the From Ashes to Ashes tour when it came through Food Bar, and they were actually able to talk me into that. But going into the subject of other bands I like to see, obviously, like I said, Motionless In White, Picturesque, an awesome band we've done an interview with in the past. Picturesque is always fantastic. We got Under Oath on a few dates.
Hold on. Speaking of Picturesque, they were on tour with Silverstein, but is everyone on that tour on Warped Tour now?
Is that not on Warped Tour?
I'm pretty sure they're on Warped Tour.
Is Silverstein?
Silverstein's on there for a couple days.
Silverstein is awesome, and you guys can actually find a link to the entire Silverstein step when they came through St. Louis in the description below.
So that whole tour is playing Warped Tour.
It's phenomenal. It's awesome how
Wow,
these
that's
how
awesome.
these stacked tours actually end up all on the Warped Tour. Like they all have the same exact fan base. And it's awesome how they market that way.
Picturesque is amazing. I love those guys.
I mean, yeah, they are pretty damn good, man. All right, well, That brings us to the next video I am gonna like to bring up, which is Motionless in White performing Whatever You Do Not Push the Red Button on Vans Warped Tour July 10th, 2008 in Orlando, Florida. Video from Samantha Kern.
Thank you very much. So, who's everybody going to watch after us? After you guys are done here, who are you going to watch? They don't remember?
They remember!
Devil Wears Prada! Devil Wears Prada? Awesome. They tore it up yesterday. I'm pretty sure they can kick your guys' asses today. We've got 2 more songs left. After us, there's a bunch of bands coming up. What's up? Who's going? Uh-oh. We got a tango. After us, there's a bunch of bands coming up on the stage. After us is Dead Legend. At 3 o'clock, one of our friends and label mates, Alamance, is going on. I think 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock? Alright, awesome. I don't actually know the times of the rest of the bands that are playing, because I did not get a chance to look. I'm too busy tangling cables.
Alright, that was Motionless in White performing Whatever You Do Not Push the Red Button live on Vans Warped Tour Orlando, Florida, July 10th, 2008. Video brought by Samantha Kern.
I just got a notification.
Who's Snapchatting you?
Tyler Kasch. Check out his band, Hard Loss, and his other band, Tear Out the Heart, because they both go hard. One, Hard Loss is pop punk, Tear Out the Heart, they're just heavy as
Metalcore
shit.
from St.
They're
Louis.
just amazing, heavy breakdowns.
And as you guys know, I am a music journalist. I do interviews with bands. Tyler Kasch is actually my very first posted video, which you can find links to all of our Tear Out the Heart and everything we've ever done with them in the description below. We got links to it all. We've worked with those guys over the past couple of years, and we just love it. And we love the Tear Out the Heart family, as Tear Out the Heart is literally like the dads in the St. Louis metalcore scene, and we really do love you, Tyler, man. Here is Tear Out the Heart's Come At Me Bro music video.
Dude, what the f***? What are we supposed to f***ing do? You can check it out. The show's canceled. What the f***?
For real, dude.
What are we gonna do?
Bar?
I've got a lot to say, and even more to prove. I can tell this without on the count of three, let's kill all that we love. There's nothing left for me here. This is a fall of all creation. If the world it puts on tonight we die of last night's regrets. All these things for a game. Taken from nightmares to try and take my dreams. Unite on one ground. You can tear apart what has no sense. I've been waiting for the chance to prove you wrong. It's only the way you chose to leave. Instead of reminding me of how things used to be. What has no sense? This is a fall of all creation. Taken from nightmares. So say your motherfucking let's tear this place apart. On the count of three, let's kill all that we love.
Alright, Slam Dancers, that was Tear Out the Heart's official music video for Come At Me Bro. What a throwback, as that song takes us back to some of our early childhood, teenage, hanging out the Rubens and doing yard work kind of shit, man. Like, Tear Out the Heart was the soundtrack of our brotherhood growing up. And we love you, Tyler, man. We really did. What's some of your memories with it, man?
I mean, there was one time we were shoveling the snow, and we had the Hell Is Empty EP in, and all you hear is and my dad just looks up. Oh no. Like, we're not listening to that, no.
Oh man, he doesn't know what he's missing out on though. Alright, bringing us to our next topic. Bands were upset or not playing the final Vans Warped Tour. Who are you upset that's not playing?
Oh my god.
How about this? Top 5 bands that you're upset are not playing.
Pennywise, NoFX. Those are definitely 2 bands. A Day to Remember. Okay, thanks guys. Hawthorne Heights. Yeah, really thank you guys. Oh, we're on Warped Tour every year. I didn't think I'd have to be stressed about them not being on the final lineup, but I guess it took the stress off. It just kind of hurts to know that stress wasn't there for nothing. Like,
I feel that, man.
But stress is better, I guess. Another band, I'm really upset Circus Survive didn't even make it because I want a band with falsettos, like Dance Gavin Dance is in there. A Skylit Drive, I'm upset that they're not even on there. Chiodos could have came back. Come on, it's the final Warped Tour. Chiodos is too good not to be on there. I mean, I think that's a lot more. Glassjaw, they created a new sound for the music scene. There's just so many going on that I can't pick that better than that.
Before I get into mine, I want to congratulate St. Louis bands Discrepancies and Wide Awake for making it onto a couple dates of the final Vans Warped Tour. You can actually find an interview with Slam Dance with Wide Awake in the description below. And for Discrepancies, our buddy Zach Valor from Broken Youth and ex of Promise the Bro will be filling in on drums for Discrepancies on their appearance on the final Vans Warped Tour. But bringing me to my subject of bands I am upset are not playing the final Vans Warped Tour. For me, I'm definitely going to have to say Dance Gavin Dance. That is a go-to for me. Again, the Skylit Drive, gonna throw that one on there too.
Yes.
Amir, I really think Amir would have been cool to see on the final Warped Tour, but it's understandable. They're going out on their release tour for their just released album. What else do we?
Amir and Counterparts.
Ooh, Counterparts last year was so awesome. You can find an exclusive video to that down below in our description.
I mean, you got the hardcore version of Counterparts. It's not as emotional, not loose, but that's more just the pissed off part of Counterparts. They're still amazing. Like, they're the band I go to when I just need to get angry. Like that, it's dope.
Yeah, dude, they
You know what's really upsetting? Actually, Anti-Flag still, it hasn't been announced to be. They had to play it. It's Anti-Flag on Warped Tour, and what they've been doing lately is so amazing that they could push Warped Tour in a newer way and create something new, but still love them.
All right, on. Well, I've got one more final band to pick. And I believe I know Ask Me Alexandria is on the tour. I'm gonna say I'm upset they are not on the entire tour because I believe Asking has always brought out probably one of the largest crowds for a Warped Tour.
I haven't seen them on Warped Tour. I've only seen them once, and that was at Rockstar Mayhem
2014. And that was that was not during Danny's best.
And I'm still kicking myself about this. We missed Trivium, but we still watched a Korn interview.
We did. We watched Lux from 105.7 The Point interview Korn, which was awesome.
I mean, that was a hard pick. Like, what are you gonna do? Watch Trivium, or are you gonna watch this interview or do that? So we just chose an interview because we've seen how many bands that they already.
Correct.
And then,
I had to see you. I was babysitting you that day, and Suicide Silence came on, and I see a mosh pit breakup. And what do I see? My little 12-year-old brother in the air. And I'm thinking to myself, man, my mom gonna kick my ass. Well, luckily you were little, and you had some older lady that was barricade you, man.
That was such a fucked moment because it was so hot at that point. don't know if this lady was on crack or what, but she passed out, and this dude over here is just, as she's being taken away, why you don't smoke crack? That's why you don't smoke crack. Okay, thank you for telling us that she's dead and, you know, mourning her death. That is very nice of you.
Very nice. Alright, Slam Dancer, well, we're gonna finish out this episode with one last video for you guys. We're about to show you the Vans Warped Tour 15th anniversary of Pennywise and Friends performing Bro Him, picked out by him.
It's just too amazing not to put on here.
Hey, I think it's a great finisher. Until next time, Slam Dancers, on the next episode, keep up with us. Find links to everything below in the description. Follow us on the socials. Let us know what we can do to improve the next episode and give us thoughts and a thumbs up. And we are out. Woo!
Well, you were here, the fun was never ending. Laugh a minute was only no beginning. This one's for you! Life is the most precious thing you can love. You hear the fun was never ending. Love a minute with all the never getting. Jason, my brother, this one for you.
Thank you, me.